On the end of our roll here, we have a 2008, which could be a double up of the numbers, where the printing of the 5 and the O are doubled up. So what we're going to do now is have a bit of a look and see if we can find that error on these roll of 50-cent coins. Let's check it out. Alrighty, so our 08, do a little bit of a rotation. We're going to have a little bit of a zoom here. Anything on the 5 and the O there? Unfortunately, no. Bugger. Oh well, it's a negatory on that one. There's quite a big circulation on that 08, so it's not one we really look to keep a hold of anyway. And here we have one of the more unique looking coins as well. It's a Commonwealth Games from way back in 1982. I used to collect these when I was a kid. This had a circulation of 49.6 million. I actually don't have any really good condition ones of these. I'm still sort of looking out for one. I don't know what I did with all my coin collections from when I was a kid. Got no idea where they are. So 2005, this could be a World War II. If it is, no, it is not. So this is one of the student design Commonwealth Games, and this had a circulation of 20.5 million, and that is quite a unique looking coin. So if you like the look of that and you've got a good quality one, keep it and put it in your collection. But if you don't, then if you don't want to, then you don't really need to. It's not really something that's worth any money anyway, because there was quite a big circulation of them. So this 2014 is in really good condition. We'll be really happy if we can find a crop circle on this, because that's an error that's has been associated with the 2014s. So having a look there, we can't really see anything on the back of the emu, and that had a circulation of 17.7 million. So there's quite a lot of those. So unfortunately nothing there. And just checking out for some errors here on the back of this one. Can't really see anything. That's an 07. So we can have a little bit of a double up and cud errors on the Queen's head here, but there's nothing that we can see, unfortunately. So it's a negative on that one. 2022, this is one we've mentioned before. We're sort of unaware of what's going on with these, but I run into a lot of them, and once we get the new Renix book, we'll know exactly what's going on and whether they're ones that we should keep or not. But judging by the amount of them that I run into, I don't think it is. And there were no errors that we could see there. I'm just having a bit of a gander here. Nothing we can see that's kind of obvious. So what we're looking for is a sort of double bar behind the emu's head here and here. We're looking for errors with the 5 and the O being sort of double printed. We're looking for little blobs of metal on the tail there, and we're looking for what's called a donut or a crop circle, which is there, and there's also one that sometimes comes out there and there as well. So can't see any of those, unfortunately. And that's an 06 coat of arms, which had a circulation of 59.3 million. There's quite a few of those. One we're really overly phased about. And there's another 06 straight afterwards. And again, this coin has no listed errors on it, but never stops us from looking, because the amount of coins with errors I've found on them that weren't actually commonplace and commonly listed ones has been many. So if I had have just flicked past them and gone, nope, that's not one that commonly has errors, I would be not going anywhere. And we can see here, see on the 5 there, if I do a little bit of a zoom in, we can see there's some doubling up on the 5 and the O. So I'm going to guess that this is one of those 2008s. When I flip it over, oh, it's 2009. It's interesting that we've got doubling up on the 5 and the O on a 2009. Never seen that before. So again, this is one of these things, if you don't check, it's not really in great condition, but we'll give it a bit of a clean up, see what we can get out of it. Okay, and what do we got here? So this is one of our 2001 Federation coat of arms. These had a circulation of 43 million. Now what we are looking for on these is the state ones. So if you can find with the word Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, whatever, written there instead of Australia, those are ones that you definitely want to keep a hold of. And the other thing that we're looking for here is what's called a roozilla. So we're looking for little blobs of metal on the back of the roo there, which makes it look like Godzilla. So unfortunately no roozilla there. Bit of a bugger. Never mind. Can't ever win every day. And what do we got here? This looks like a 2022, 2021. And this is another one of those ones where my current Renix says NA for the amount of circulation, coins in circulation. In other words, it's not listed. But I do come across quite a few of these, so I'm not overly fussed about letting them go back into circulation if we don't know the numbers as of right now, because there's tons of them I come across. Alright, what have we got here? Maybe an 18. Oh, 2004. It's a bit of an oldie. So that coat of arms had a circulation of 17.9 million. So there's tons of those about. We've got no errors that we can see there off the rip. 16. With a circulation of 15.7. This one has no listed errors on it that are common anyway. Doesn't mean we won't find any, however. Doesn't mean that the potential for them to be there isn't there. So, however, there's nothing we can see blatantly obviously right there. This one is grubby as hell, a 96. And this 96 coat of arms had a circulation of 19 million. There's quite a few of these about. And even if there was any errors there, I don't think we could see them anyway, but there really isn't that are any sort of obvious ones anyway that are sticking their heads out. It's not the best of luck with this roll, I'll tell you what. It's only got one so far. And what do we got? Looks like something from the 80s, maybe even the 70s in good condition. No errors, no rotation, 81. And the coat of arms for this one had a circulation of 24.1 million, so there's loads of them. A little bit of doubling on the 5 there, not really sure, but could be an 08 or an 09 or an 07. That's what you're really after, is the ones that are sort of big time error coins that you can sort of say, look here, it's a massive error, you can see. Totally obvious right in front of you. So the 1999 coat of arms, this had a circulation of 20 million. What do we got here? Nothing we can really see, nothing in terms of rotation. Again, with this one, it kind of looks like there's a bit of a double up and a bit of a blob on the nose, but again, not overly obvious. Get rid of it. 08. This is the one that we can have the doubling on the 5 and the O that we found earlier on. And no such luck with this one. No crop circles or donuts or bars or anything like that. 2 to go. This could be a Centenary of Federation if we're lucky. And no Bruzilla, unfortunately. We can see, however, there is sort of a lot of metal on the roux, but it hasn't kind of sort of printed over, hasn't sort of fallen over. You can see if we put it sort of sideways there that there's a load of metal on the roux. It probably sits about, you know, half a millimetre taller than the rest of the coin. But it hasn't kind of overflowed to give that blatantly obvious error. So unfortunately that one goes back into circulation. And our very last one, and this is the one we were hoping for the donut and the feathers when we looked at the roll first, and unfortunately that is a negatory. Well, that was a bit of dud roll, wasn't it? We've only got one very, very grubby 2009, which has a little bit of doubling on the 5 and the O. So that one needs a wash. But it's not really too much to look at, to be honest. All right. Well, once again, thanks very much for watching. Next time we catch up, we're going to go through another roll of $1 coins, and then that will be the last of our lot of coins for the week, and then we'll have to head off to the bank and get some more. We'll see you then.